Well, she don't love me. No one does. At least no one that I want to love. Who wants to get me? I just let go. Still waiting on that one ain't gonna show. Now before I got the chance to say I love you, baby, you ended up walking away. So I went and wasted words on some other pretty face. Said she loves me, so I up and run. Yeah, right back to that evil one. She took me in, cut me down, stomped my heart into the ground. They kept on running around all over town. Now we all know that empty bottle make a reckless heart, baby. But baby, if I empty just one more, it'll help to forget your vicious pretty face. Now we all know that empty bottles make reckless hearts, baby. But maybe if I empty just one more, it'll help to forget your vicious pretty face. Said she loves me, no one does. At least no one that I want to love. Wants to get me, I just let go. Still waiting on that one ain't gonna show.
Hello and welcome to Raw Urban Sessions. I'm your host, Ash, and we are here with the goddamn Rex. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. How we doing?
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
performing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, could you guys give us a little roll call, introduce yourselves, your names?
I'm Eric.
Billy.
Andrew.
Mikey on drums.
Yeah, finally, someone said it. Chris, I play guitar.
Awesome. Thank you guys. And how did you guys come up with your name?
That was me.
It was originally the Rex, and then another band had it. And they're
Another
more
100 bands had it.
They're more popular than us, so we had to
But
throw something else
they're
to
also awful, and I hope they're watching this.
it. Oh, fuck that band.
Oh man.
Shots fired.
Living up to the name off the rip, but how did you guys originate your band? Like, where did you guys start? Where is your origin? Are you local?
We're
how
local.
did it start?
I used to be in a band called the Unfoldables, and we used to play some shows with the band the three of these guys were in called the Mick Watley Band. And we became friendly, and eventually we started playing together.
I decided I wanted to start like a country-ish kind of band, and then asked this gentleman
You
right
made the
here.
mistake of asking me.
Right. And then
And
we
me.
turned into a loud punk rock band, kind of, with a country theme.
And
I
then,
was just gonna ask, like, what genre do you specify as?
we
and
actually
you're kinda
write
getting
nothing
into-
but country songs, and then we play them the way that we just played them, which is not country.
They all start acoustically.
Yeah, everything's written acoustic, and actually they don't make pretty good country songs, but
And then we get loud
yeah.
and do this.
We
So I
get
guess-
we get a few drinks in us and we get loud.
Right. We have a hint of country, punk, and rock and roll all in one.
Yeah.
And how did you start off with everyone, or have you?
No, we had a different bass player and drummer originally, and they were brothers actually, Pat and Jimmy. Good guys, but they had other stuff going on, and they left. Pat left first, and we got Andrew, and then Jimmy left, and we got Mike. we lucked out with both of them.
They didn't like our strange new
Well,
direction.
we also do whiskey on a Sunday.
Yeah,
That's how we got Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey started doing, we do this Irish punk thing around St. Paddy's Day every year. And one year Jimmy couldn't do it, so we got Mikey to do it. And then Mikey just stayed on doing that. And then when Jimmy left the Rex, we got Mikey in the Rex too.
He used to live in Long Island. Then he would come out to
Yeah, he used to come. He used to come all the way from Long Island to
I
practice.
used to ask you all
He's
the
a
time.
lot more dedicated than I am.
It was like a year.
Did you move out here eventually?
No, I'm originally.
He's from here, but
Oh,
he was
you're from
living in Long
here?
Island.
Oh.
He was
I
like,
was playing. You were out there.
For like a year and a half. Yeah, when we first started playing, yes. That was terrible.
yeah, it was awful.
Oh, yeah, right.
More awful for him than me because I
Yeah,
saw
It wasn't
that
awful
already.
for us at all.
Yeah, it's great for us.
Let's get into the next song.
Mary sneaks out for a smoke. She thinks her married life's a joke. Then she wasn't what she was sold. She's tired of being controlled. Way away, when I finally get away from here, I'll be running on wild for 1,000 damn miles when I finally get away from here. Danny got married too young, was all over for a song got sold. Now he's turning 25, cheating on his goddamn wife. Way away, when I finally get away from here, I'll be running on wild for 1,000 damn miles when I finally get away from here. Whatever happened to that heartfelt satisfaction? It's gone away, faded away. Way away, when I finally get away from here, I'll be running hard wild for 1,000 damn miles when I finally get away from here. Cassie's life hit the skids. She went and lost her wife and kids, but there's a pretty girl somewhere sweet that's gonna sweep her right off of me. Way away, finally get away from here. I'll be running hard wild, 1,000 damn miles when I finally get away from here. Way away, when I finally get away from here. Running hard wild for 1,000 damn miles, finally get away from here.
Welcome back. So you guys just performed Away From Here. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
It was written by this guy.
Yeah, he.
I kind of, wanted to come up with like a guitar lead lick that kind of sounded something like from Creedence Clearwater. So that guitar lead that Eric plays, I that's the first thing that I came up with on that
God.
song.
Oh my God!
First thing I came up with on that song.
Eric
and
doesn't play the lead.
he goes, yeah, it's the.
He means the riff, the intro lead.
All right, can we do that whole thing?
Yeah, let's do it again before Chris. acts like-
No, leave that in.
Yeah, leave it in. We'll just start right
Please
now.
leave that in.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, I came up with that
Fuck
with
that
that
guy.
lick. I wanted to have something that was like similar to like a Creedence Clearwater thing. So like how you think of Fortunate Son, it goes round-ew, round-ew. Like I had like that. I wanted it to have like a little bit of classic rock sound to it. And then I came up with like the chord progression on it, and then I came up with the chorus first. And I had like a little bit of like lyrics for the verses, but really when I showed the song
Part
to
of the first
everybody,
verse she already had written.
yeah,
And I wrote the rest of it.
I knew like he would come up with way better lyrics than I wrote for the verses.
Because I'm literate.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
showed it to me before we were even in band, and before you were in the band, I was like, that would make a great.
It's
Rex
just
song.
basically about dissatisfaction.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like a pop punk song now, right?
Yeah.
It's not even like,
Yeah, my wife.
it's
Makes
not classic
everybody
rock nor country.
No, but it's it's a 3-chord song,
that's
and
the way we
like a
play
lot
it,
of these
yeah.
songs that we've been playing
Yeah, no,
together, like we kind of focus on that theme of like 3 chords and come up with an idea, different melodies, and I love singing with Billy, so like playing like group vocals with him and stuff like that, like it's awesome, and that's like totally featured
It is a
in
lot
that
of
song.
fun.
Once the
I
chorus
enjoy
kicks
that
in,
with all you guys.
it's just like it explodes when it hits.
It
and
makes
that's-
everybody else want to sing it.
yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah.
Catchy chorus.
It's fun. We know we're not going to make a living at this, so we have to have fun. I mean, basically,
It's it's a lot of fun. You
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
your music is a lot of fun.
That's-
It was
Thank
a lot
you.
of fun listening to it and like.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. It's great, being the host of the show. I was saying before, like we get little personal concerts, so I look
Yeah,
forward
it's
to
true.
it. I look forward to it for sure. Could you guys tell me a little bit how you discovered your instruments? Like, how did you know that you wanted to be lead singer? You wanted to play the guitar. You wanted to play, the drums, the bass. Like, how did you?
Well, I'm an awful guitar player,
Okay,
so
that'll
singing
do
it
it.
is.
That'll show you the
Too
direction. Yeah.
Good of a singer either. Really.
well, in comparison, I'm fantastic.
You started first. We're
Yeah,
brothers. so-
I was,
They're brothers.
I started. Yeah, this is my brother. I'm also his brother. I've been playing guitar since 16, and I was trying to get him to play when he became like 16-ish. 15.
we stopped hating each
And
other.
then we met him, and
We've been
started
playing
playing.
together.
Well, these guys were friends, and we started playing. How long? 17 years? 16
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like since
long
high
time.
school, probably.
My daughter's 16 years. I remember the 3 of us playing in my basement with my daughter in a car seat, sleeping. So 16 years at least,
Wow.
the 3 of us. Anyway,
And how did you discover
Yeah,
being bassist?
Definitely been a long time, and like probably around the time that I started playing with like Eric at first, and then Chris was like when I was starting to learn to play bass.
But why did you pick the bass?
Why? I love the sound of it, and I love how it's kind of like in the background, but it's what really drives the song.
really,
And
he just couldn't be a guitar player. That's why.
That's a story of 90% of the bass players on the planet.
Right, better so.
But there is like
I play better than
10%.
you, Billy.
You do. I don't know.
I disagree, actually. I said that, but I've never seen anybody play the bass like this guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I love to do. So like whenever I can play,
And you're really good at it.
not just this
Right,
band,
me
but
a
everybody, playing bass is you're kind of the rhythm behind everything, so you kind of like lock in with your drummer and just the song goes on, and everybody else kind of looks at the guitar players and singers first because they're kind of up front, and like luckily we got awesome people in this band, so like it's fun to play with them that way. So
Yeah, I could not at this point in my life. I've been in like punk bands and everything else from like the early '80s, and at this point I could not be in a band with people who I wouldn't just hang out with anyway. It's just there's no point to it. Like I said, we're not gonna make our living doing this, so it has to be fun. It can't be a job for me to go into a studio and have to deal with like a bunch of assholes. So, I mean, not that they're not, but they're.
Well,
my
you never know. You never know who could discover you one day. You
Yeah.
really never know.
Yeah,
Life
I'm
is
not
crazy
counting on
like
that.
Nice CTV.
Not counting on that.
And what about you? How'd you get into drums?
I feel like school like made me pick something, and I didn't want to
that's
play
it?
the drums, but they were like, we need drummers, and I was like, okay, and I wasn't good, and
Well, you're good now.
And then
Yeah,
I
look
just-
at you doing
I
it.
kept
Go
I
to
kept
start
doing
playing,
it.
but thank you,
No,
but-
because like when you play
Fake
in
it till you make it.
school, they're like, oh, you're gonna play the crash cymbals, so you're just sitting there like just, I don't know, whatever. So I just stuck with it. And then I went to like junior high school, still doing the same thing. I never sat behind a kit until like a full drum kit until I was like 14, maybe.
You know what? You said
13
you were a
or
terrible
14?
interview, and that is not true.
And I was I like begged my parents to buy me a drum kit, and that is it. I still have that, so
Really?
that's 22 years.
Maybe I should stop standing on it.
That I've been playing that kit because I love it so much. But I've always, like Billy, like I've always played with my friends. I've made friends and played with them, and it just that was the only way that I could play. I had to like the people that I was around.
95% of my friends I've made through music, either going to
Yeah.
shows or being in bands with them,
Same.
or playing with their bands.
Same.
Easy 95% of my friends.
Same. Yeah, I owe like my entire life to
Yeah.
playing
I'd probably
drums.
be dead, actually, if I wasn't playing in bands,
too.
because honestly, I was a friggin' mess as opposed to now.
And a lot of our songs are about exactly that.
Yeah. If you listen to our songs, they're all, for want of a better word, songs. And they're mostly about us, more of me.
Thank you for sharing.
You're like,
Thanks, Bill.
Next
up. More therapy.
Next up, the Goddamn Rex will be performing "Give It All Up."
I was lost till my habits showed me a way down a road paved with long and lonely days. So it seems I was once young and full of dreams, and I had a girl as sweet as they get. Try as I might, I still can't forget that look in her eyes the day she decided to run away. I was so damn upset, so don't regret, 'cause I tried, but I couldn't say, give it all up for you. That's something I wouldn't do. You know that it's true. That look in her eyes the day she decided to run away. I was so damn upset and so don't regret. I tried, but I wouldn't say, give it all for you. That's something I wouldn't do. You know that it's true. I wouldn't give it up for you. I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give it up for you. I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give it up for you. I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give it up for you. 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 Whoa, whoa.
And we're back again. So where can we find you guys?
Well, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and pretty much every streaming platform. Goddamn Rex. There's a lot of Rex. There's not a lot of goddamn Rex. And we just put out a 12-song full-length record, so it's available on all streaming platforms and Bandcamp. Goddamn Rex. 2 Ds, MN at the end.
Awesome. And do you have any upcoming shows or anywhere we can
Tomorrow
catch you in
night we'll be
person?
at Mother Pugs for Todd's Halloween extravaganza.
That's
The
not
17th, the 15th. It's tomorrow when this airs.
Shit.
It's the 15th annual punk rock cover show at Mother Pugs. It'll be a 2-night extravaganza, Friday and Saturday night. We're playing the Friday night, but come to the Saturday night too, because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
better
and
than the one we're on.
No, ours is going to be great.
well,
Well,
thank
we're
you.
on it.
Thank you so much for
Thanks for
sharing
having
your
us.
Yeah,
thank you
stories
so
and
much.
for
Thank you so
performing
much,
for us. It was really awesome to have you guys and
was a lot
to
of
hear
fun.
your music. Yeah, it was
Yeah, that
great.
was very fun.
You guys are great. You guys
Sweet.
are really fun.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Catch us next time. It was an honor to be your host. See you on Raw Urban Sessions.
I never asked for much. All I ever wanted was your touch. Things got bad, times got tough. In the end, I wasn't enough. Someday, maybe this will all make sense if I pray that you find everything you want someday. Maybe this will all make sense if I pray that you find everything you're looking for. How did it all go so wrong? Seemed we started off so strong. You just drifted away. By the time I realized it was too late. Someday, maybe this will all make sense. I pray that you find everything you want someday. Maybe this will all make sense if I pray that you find everything you're looking. Someday, maybe this will all make sense if I pray that you find everything you want someday. Maybe this will all make sense if I pray that you find everything you're looking for. I never asked for much. All I ever wanted was your touch.
Good enough.
Can I ask you guys a question off the record that I wanted to ask?
Yeah.
Sure. What's your favorite part about being in a band?
The
Or
camaraderie.
being in your band or a band?
Actually, the camaraderie and actually just getting to play shows in all kinds of different venues with all kinds of different bands. That's the best part for me.
Yeah, being part of the whole music like community, like playing music is, it's awesome.
Yeah, I would say the relationship you develop with people. So, like writing music is cool. Like that could be like a really intimate thing. But
It's
then
fun,
like also
yeah.
like playing it, like all of Billy's up songs. Like I love that he does sing those to people. It's so much
Yeah.
fun to see.
Especially how
No,
they
I mean,
start.
up songs are so necessary.
Yeah.
Like everything can't just be like everything is beautiful. We love everything. No, like you're bound to
Let me-
fuck up.
let me
Let's
tell you
be
something.
honest about it.
Not many
positive-
hit songs are based on Everything Is Beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of hit
Yes.
love songs, but those are so
Most
difficult
of
to
them are
write.
based on heartbreak.
A good love song is like people think it's cheesy, but I wish I could write a really good love song. I've tried. They're not that good.
I
I have a couple.
We have written.
I've noticed
Usually they don't
like,
last.
They're
That's
all
the problem.
they're based on.
I write poetry,
true.
and I find it really hard to write about positive
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Like I can write the out of like some traumatic stuff, make it beautiful.
I'll be
So like
honest.
something
You
nice,
started
I'm
out
like,
Exactly what you just
Yeah.
said. I was in this crazy burn the flag hardcore band when in the early 2000s. Now I'm married and happy. I can't write nothing.
you know what? It's like it's a blessing though, but it's also like I feel
It's
like
like,
I just
yeah.
wrote a poem actually featured in Kimber's book that she had composed of a bunch of different writers on Staten Island, and yeah, it's really awesome. And like there's one that I wrote, and it's one of the first and only positive like love experience poems that I have.
But sometimes you feel like it's not up to snuff because like I'm like, oh, I'm going to write a song about my wife's eyes and my cats. Like it's not.
I
the
feel
same,
that.
you
I'm
know,
all
like,
in.
I feel that. on a
You wanna write
spiritual
some-
level,
She does have nice eyes.
And your cats are lovely.
You want to write some hardcore songs about that shit?
Eyes and cats, man. I get that.
Lovely cats.